Count Dracula was painted in 1966 and published on a creepy magazine cover, and unlike the brutal action scene before, this one feels almost like a dream vision. The composition is a single figure, dead in the center of the frame, and the painting reads vertically rather than diagonally, which basically means that everything in the painting pulls your eye to Count Dracula in the middle. The foreground appears to be dark water, almost like a flooded graveyard or a swamp, which the dead tree in the upper right hints towards the painting taking place in some kind of swamp-like area. You can see faint reflections in the dark water, and two large bats are flying low across the surface in the bottom right. As mentioned before, vampires are famously able to turn into bats, so these could easily be read as other vampires accompanying Count Dracula. The middle band is Dracula himself. He is positioned slightly above the water, and if you look closely, he actually seems to be hovering over the surface rather than standing in it. His face is bone white with dark sunken eyes and dark slicked hair. There seems to be no hint of a human expression or even a human face on Dracula, which could mean this is his final form of being a vampire essentially. Vampires are often portrayed as looking like humans before turning into their vampire form. His head is bowed slightly as if in thought, and his hands are not really visible because the cape covers everything. The hovering also lines up with a piece of vampire folklore that is worth mentioning. A lot of people think vampires simply cannot touch water, but in the original Bram Stoker novel, the rule is more specific than that. It is running water that Dracula cannot cross freely. Van Helsing explains that the Count can only pass over running water at the turn of the tide, and this comes out of older European folklore, where the undead and evil spirits could not cross a running stream. Still water, like a pond or a flooded graveyard, was never part of the rule, so the swamp in this painting does not actually break any vampire lore.